Oh, g'day. You caught me. G'day. How's everyone? A little bit of sniff, sniff. Oh, hello. The dogs are barking. Not quite. But anyway, Thursday night, welcome everyone to the shed. My name's Mark. I'm your host. And we're going to talk about what's been going on in the shed, which is considering the week I've had, haven't been really that progressive, but things are happening, to say the least. Before we get going, just want to say thank you to all the new subscribers. One of them's in the chat tonight, and that's Bill Baggins there. Bill Baggins. I'll get it right eventually. And I'm not. The only thing I'm drinking tonight is water. Oh, I had some Pepsi before, so anyway, I'll get it right one day. I better put my glasses on so I can see the chat in a second. Thanks to all the new subscribers and the subscribers we've got already. The people have keep coming back week to week, like G from Funk and Hungry. Oh God, now I'm on a roll here. We've got Emma, Cody, we've got AJ. Who else? We got Mum and Dad are over on Facebook. They're here too. I better make sure I'm getting everything. I'll just go all. Who else is here? Yeah, we got a few others. Probably a few lurkers too. So yeah, what have we got cooking tonight? Good question, AJ. I've got a few things to show you. Righto, Nightbot's in already. Gee, that's a bit quick. But anyway, I hope you can all hear me. Hope everything's well. Excuse me. So yeah, it's been bloody hot here, and that's why I titled the live stream, something about living on the sun, because that's what it felt like. Today was a real mild day compared to yesterday and the previous days. Yesterday was like 37 degrees. Humidity was right up, and the previous days were just as hot. And thankfully, it's cooled down a little bit. It's dropped back by about 7 degrees or something like that. It's still up and around the very high 20s, 30s at the maximum. And it really, that sort of heat never used to worry me, but now, I'm approaching my senior years. Seriously. It feels like here in my part of the world, Queensland, I think sometimes we are living on the sun or just about near it. It'd probably be cooler if we're living in the sun than close to it. I'm just going to put my glasses on so I can see the chat. I'll get a bit closer here. Roger the Pirate. G'day, mate. Thanks for being here. Thanks, everyone, for being here. Right, so we've got a couple of little things to talk about tonight. We'll go over to the bench cam shortly. AJ, they hit 40. Wow. Gee, what was it like, mate? Were you hiding inside in the air conditioning or whipping down to Mackie D's to sit in their air conditioning? Do a couple of reviews? That would have been the way to go. I think if you got a frappe or a sundae or whatever, it would have been boiled by the time it got to you. But anyway, moving on. So one of the things we're going to show tonight, this is a general arrangement of the steamroller. You're in Adelaide. Yeah, Perth, Adelaide, oh, well, same place apparently. Close by anyway. You're next door neighbours. Come on. I can't zoom in on this, unfortunately. This is the general arrangement for the steamroller, and it shows you the steering shaft we're looking at on the screen here. You probably can't see. If you look sort of directly in the centre, so to speak, just in front of the big wheel at the back there, there's the steering arm that comes down onto the worm. It's the worm and worm wheel. That's the right terminology, which you use to steer the steamroller with. So there's a cover that goes over that, and the cover I have is rusted out. Now, according to Emma, who's in the chat, I forgot to say g'day to Emma. G'day, Emma, who's got the 3D printer going in the background while she's having a bit of a dinner. They all rust out there. You know, so this is a bit of a work in progress, and she's into it. I'm onto it, onto it. And Emma's going to be making, I'll show you, we'll go over to the bench cam and show on stream. Come on. All right, let's go here. Press the right buttons. We'll go over to the bench cam here, and we'll have a look at the cover for the oh, got a bit of thunder going on outside, if anyone can hear that. Probably not because of the noise cancellation. Oh my God. So this is the cover that for the steering mechanism covers the worm wheel and worm, or worm and worm wheel, whatever way you want to call it, call it. I tell you, I need something stronger than this. And over the years, because of the way it's positioned on the engine, which is something like this, you know, that sort of thing, or is it the other way around? Whatever way it goes, this fills up with water. It's probably this way, actually, to tell you the truth, more along the lines of that, something like that. I could be totally wrong. So what happens is, let's adjust the camera, and we'll get a bit of light in here too. We'll get some overhead. There we go. That's better. Look at that. How much light do we want? We want more light. There we go. Nice and bright. So as you can see, the water accumulates, and when the water accumulates after a long period of time, and I mean a long period of time, it rusts away. It sounds like we're getting some rain and going to cool the place down a bit, thankfully. We've still got the nuts on here, a couple of the original spring washers. I need to take these nuts off and give them a clean up, clean the threads and so on. But this is going to be a repair job, fairly involved one, where I'm going to be cutting sections out and welding sections in. This one, this part here, the top part or the side part, it'll be the side part when it's on the roller. Emma's getting one made for her, and she's getting one made for me. However, the profile cutter that she's getting it done through has a minimum order, so she has to make up a bunch of parts. So Emma, if you need any money, please let me know. Quite happy to help out. It's no problem. Nobody wants to see my big gut, so I'll get that out of frame. The other thing is we've got several layers of paint on here. Green is the top one, and then we've got this one under there, which is a brownie colour. I'll just play catch up in the chat for a section while I'm back over here. Thanks. Can we see the profile of those spring rolls? Yeah, no worries, Emma. Hang on a minute. You guys and girls crack me up. Right, a sip of water. It is starting to rain here now. Pretty heavy. I don't know whether you can hear that or not. Shed dog, come here. Where's the other one? Come here. Hang on. Let's see the shed dogs first. And we'll go back to this. There's one shed dog. Look, probably getting a bit wet, so she's decided to come in, and I'll find the other mud puppy. Max, where are you? Come on, Max. Hopefully he's gone upstairs. So anyway, he might be bathing in water at the moment. So we've got one shed dog. The other one's out somewhere. We'll get back to. Yeah, she does, Cody. She does shed hair like all dogs do. Hey, Fridge, how are you? Oh, mate, they're going slowly, but thanks for dropping by. Appreciate it. There's a general arrangement of the roller if you're interested. Appreciate you dropping in, and we'll catch up with you next time. Yeah, so getting back onto this, we're going to, Emma's getting this side cut out. Here he is. He's back again. So let's see if this... few little burrs on here. Not that it really matters. Oh, let's get it in there. Got the old... oh, and we're dead already. Oh, well. Get that on the big job. It was a bit sharp in a few places, so I've sorted that out. But this is going to be replaced. That's got to be replaced. There's holes there. Some of this I can just... let's get that right. Some of this I can cut out here and replace it easily enough. Weld that back in. Originally, this is welded together. Don't forget, this is 100 years old, and it was sitting out in the open for 50 of those years when it wasn't being used. So this here is all rusted away, so that's all got to be cut out. So I think I'll be making a U section. I'll probably cut this off and re-rivet that or something. There's a fair bit of work involved, whatever way I look at it. Right, hey, come here. Come on. Come here. Come here. What did you bring that in for? Right, so this is the other shed dog. Hang on. Let's go. This is crazy. Right, there's the other shed dog. That's Max. He's a golden retriever. He's a mud puppy. He likes getting wet. He likes eating clay. We've got a lot of clay here, and he likes eating clay. And when you look at the water bowl gets dirty very quickly. Where are you going? Come here. Come on. No. No, come here. Come on. Right. Sit. Okay. Come on. Sit down. Sit down. Just calm down. There you go. Good boy. Look. Hey? Nia's... oh, no, you're too excited, aren't you? It's raining. You've got to stay here. Anyway, he is a trained dog, and when he's not excited... yeah, such a rascal. Come on. Don't go in the rain. Come on. Come here. Anyway, getting back to it. And anyway, so this is one of those things... it's got to be done at some stage. Right. Here's the washers. Oh, hang on. Let's change camera angles first. As you can see, I'm in the safety equipment. There we go. Huh. Come on. No, you're not going to... you want to jump in the car. Maybe that's where... all right. Okay. Come on. Right. In you go. You going to stay there? At least I know where you are. Right, so open the car door and he goes straight in. Did you want to go in there too? You want to go in there? Hang on, guys. Sorry about this. You want to go in there too? No, anyway, he's happy to stay in the car. Right, so Emma, if you're watching, here we go. Finally. These are those patented spring washers. I do have a, on the bigger ones, it's actually got the patent number. And I do have a diagram for those, like a flyer, a leaflet. And it's got this, it's probably, once again, 100 years old. It's probably lost its spring a bit. We'll give that a bit of a tweak. And the patent, I don't know if you can see it here, is the groove. Get close there. That groove. Now this is, don't forget, this is technology from 100 years ago, and it's still around today. Plenty of examples are still around today. These are the smaller version. I have bigger ones, which I will probably reuse. And these are the wartime nuts. So they're a bigger size. They're a Whitworth size. It's a Whitworth thread. Softer steel as well compared to, say, modern day steel. It's burred over a little bit. However, it's the wrong size. Being 1/2 inch, Whitworth that is, we'll find, show you a couple of spanners. Run the hands on them. Right. Now, plenty of you guys and girls have seen spanners, and ones that are clearly marked, not rusty like this one. Hang on a sec. Right, with Whitworth size threads, nuts, original nuts, this is pre-war. Emma might be able to share a few more details. It'll be stamped, and we can't, oh yeah, we can see that. Stamp, you'll see 1/2 inch W, that's 1/2 inch Whitworth, and that refers to the size of the thread. Not the size of the nut, the size of the thread. That there, that's 1/2 inch Whitworth, which is 12 TPI. Yeah. And that spanner fits perfectly on that nut. Now some of you know this, some of you don't. So you can pick up with confidence, as long as it's original, you can pick up a 1/2 inch Whitworth spanner and put that straight on the nut, tighten it up or undo it. Now, modern day spanners like this one here has 1 inch AF. Now that means across the flats, so that way there. And as you can see, it does fit, but it's rather big. And then on the other end, this is 15/16. This is imperial, and that actually fits pretty good. So you can use different spanners, but if you want the right one and you got the right size nuts or the original nuts on a equipment, it's more than likely, especially coming from the UK, it's going to be Whitworth. And you can look up, if you do a search online for Mr. Whitworth, you will be able to find out all the information about him. He was an engineer, and that was, I think he was an engineer, and that was his standard. Of course, all these engineers came up with their own ideas and thought their idea was better than the other person's for whatever reason. Right, so that's the steering cover box that needs to be worked on. Probably not straight away, but it's just another job. Now, quality of welding. When these engines went into parks, so the kids could climb on them, like a lot of kids did, they got welded up. However, very, very thankfully that the person who welded this really didn't do a good job. So it wasn't hard to undo. And all I have to do is just clean up those dags a little bit, and this can move freely, and I can get in to get lubrication in there when it's back on the roller after it's been repaired. Right, moving on. The planetary gears, which I've been working on forever and a day, are done, finally. I've pushed, there's a video up on the channel. You can go back and watch that if you're so inclined. But this is the sort of fit. Oh, got a bit of brass swarf there. Right, this is the sort of fit that we've got. It's nice and You know, we've got a nice sliding fit. I've got a flat on here plus a hole down the shaft and in the center so oil or some sort of lubrication can get through. Now, the old bearings that came out of these, this is the sort of wear that was on them. Whoop. You can sort of see that it was a rather bit too much. So, right, job done. So I'll just give them another sandblast. Might take some, there's a couple of burrs there I missed, so I'll take them off. There is a bit of wear on these. I'm not sure whether I'm going to build them up or I'm going to leave them. If I build them up, it's just more work. But anyway, it's all more work. So I'm going to take a swig of water. I'll come over and catch up in the chat here. Just see what everyone's up to. Right, thanks, Pete. 15/16 equals 24 millimeters. Yep. Yeah. Lubrication, that's right, Cody. Lubrication is very important. Bill. Bill. Yeah. Imperial had a win the other day, but I think because my steer oil was badly designed and 2060, oh God, was such a sensible measurement. Yeah. It is funny when you look on these drawings. Yeah, you're right. Yeah. One of my old foremen used to say that lubrication is very important, and so yeah, when you look on the drawing here, this is the general arrangement. You look at some of these measurements, and it's you know, they give it in centers, and it's all feet and inches, of course, but the total overall height is 9 and 11 3/4 inches. Why couldn't they just, you know, round it off or round it down to? And there's, when you look at the other, like the boiler drawing, it's you know, they go to some funny, strange measurements. Now that's an interesting one. What is that? 1 foot 4.5. Okay, so this is crazy. That's, oh, maybe that's a pretty critical one. Yeah. Oh, right. Okay. Look, there is some. Jamie. G'day, Jamie. How are you? Thanks for being here, mate. General arrangement of the roller, if you're interested. Yep. I hope, Jamie, it's not too cold over there. Well, actually, it is bloody cold over there for you. We're having the polar opposite, where we had 37 the other day. It was in the high 30s today, 33 or something like that. So hopefully that's going to warm you up a bit, Jamie, I hope. Thanks for being here, mate. I've been talking about just some different bits and pieces on the roller, but we'll go back. G'day, Cherinator. How are you, mate? Welcome to the live stream. I'm doing well, thanks. I'm pretty sure the others are as well. We're going to go back over to the old bench. It looks a bit funny, that view, but you get the idea. That's the way the camera is. Right, so let's straighten that up. We're looking straight down at the moment. Let's see if I can get a better angle on that. Tighten that up. We're all over the place. Now, of course, most of you know that world events have happened, and the United States of America has got a new president. Whether you like him or loathe him, he's here to stay. See what happens. Right, so my next little purchase, and I did do a video about this, of course, is from Trade Tools. They're a local tool supply shop. We've got a few of them around here. We've got Sydney Tools. There's a bunch of others. These guys are around the corner from work. We've got an account with them. You can look at them online, tradetools.com. I'm not sponsored in any way, but I brought this little camera. Now, if you want to see a review of that, it's on the channel. You can go and have a look. But it's an inspection camera for getting into tight spaces. It's got this nice, tiny little camera, 5mm camera, and little welcome. Now, Jamie, if you're still here, mate, these are ideal for getting into boilers and seeing what's up. If you've got anything, into nooks and crannies that you usually can't get into. Righto. So I'm going to hold this here, and to give you an idea, it shows a pretty damn good picture. So that's the checker plate on the back here. And we're going down. Hang on. Let's get my coordination done properly. I'm totally uncoordinated. And yep. Yep. So if you're going into a hole, we can get right down to the bottom. It's even got a light on here. Shows you the brightness on the screen. So it will light up into a dark cavernous area. Okay. Really can't make it out here. So that's into the box. You really can't. Let's go into the water bottle. Now this is waterproof. There you go. We're looking into the water bottle. Right down, and you can see, probably can't see fluid in there, but there is. There's water in there, sloshing around, but it gives you an idea. If you're a mechanic, if you want to put this down the bore of a, turn this off, it says a little bye-bye. If you want to put it down the bore of a cylinder inside a engine, or maybe have a look down inside a carburetor or something like that, just somewhere where you can't get to normally with a mobile phone. It's not much bigger than a mobile phone. I'll give you an idea. There you go, right there. It's a little bit smaller than a mobile phone. It's a great tool. Fridge, if you're still watching, I'd highly recommend you buying one of these. $160. There's probably there are other different ones out there. It takes 4 AA's, like so. They don't come with it. You have to buy them. It has a little micro SD card. You've got to format it, but it can't be anything bigger than 32 gigabytes. And that's it. Comes in a nice little pouch. It also comes with a couple of little tools, which I've shoved away in there. That can go on the end. That's a hook. One's a mirror. What else you got there? Hook, mirror, and something else. If you need to get into, spaces where you can't see. The downside is that when you got that fully extended, it's semi-adjustable or semi-flexible. You can get it into a position. Once you get into that position or you get further along, it does get a bit wobbly, and it can be a little bit hard to focus on an exact spot. But a bit of practice, and hey presto, you're away. I would recommend one of these. Like I said, good value for money. It's proved its worth already. And there's probably not much more I can say about it. But go buy one. If you and Jamie's saying it's quite warm today. It's 4 degrees. Oh my God! Of course it's warm. Oh God, I got to laugh at that. Sorry, Jamie. Oh, that's funny. Well, I'm glad it's a little bit warmer today, Jamie, and I hope you're staying warm. I hope you're making a little bit of progress on your steamroller too, mate. Cherinator, okay, mate. After the live stream, I'll have a look at the Discord. I do have a Discord if anyone's interested, but most of you guys, we communicate anyway. Bill, yes. You can use it for many different applications, and what you suggested is just, it's not made for that. I think you need to go to a doctor and see about that. It's a bit crazy. Anyway, back over here, this plonker on screen. Hey, we've been going for over half an hour now. Crazy of my waffling on. Right. Oh, we got a dead dog there. Look at that. Dead as a doornail. I think she's pretty comfortable. The other one's still in the car. I think he's decided to lay down and have a sleep. So at least I know where they are. You know, it's good when they're chillaxing like that. Shed dog one is 8 years old, so she does sleep a little bit more than the other one. However, they do, you know, as most people, if you've owned dogs before, if you've owned dogs before, you know how they like to lay down on cool surfaces. Concrete's pretty cool for them. Yeah, shed dog. You're right. You're right. Shed dog upgraded to car dog. That's it. What else can we talk about? What are we going to show you? A couple of photos. That's right. I had some photos to share. And to give you an idea about the old steering box and where it actually goes. Screen. All right, let's go here. No, we don't want to do that one. We want that one there. Oh, there we go. A couple of different views of the same thing. There's the steering box cover there, and you can see how it's bolted on, or how it's mounted the way it should be. Thanks, Peter, for putting the Discord up, and we might show that on screen actually. If anybody wants to join it, not real active there, but I'm there if you're into that sort of thing. I'll be sharing more and more soon. So that's actually a photo of me. Jamie, if you're still here, this is when I picked the roller up. This is when I brought it home. This is the condition I got it in. I've zoomed in a little bit on this photo. So I'm winching it on to the tilt tray truck, which is the photo behind me. And that's pretty well how I got it. And you can see that there was some stuff missing, not a lot, but I've managed to, through some very generous people that have helped me with drawings and information over the time, people like Jamie and others, people here in Australia too, have been very generous. I've got a lot of information about this engine, drawings, and also some of the parts that were missing have come back to this roller, which was almost a miracle in some respects, because I thought that they never would. And yeah, so I'm just really thankful. If anyone was going to take on a project, this is probably the one to do. Yeah, there's a fair bit of work involved. It's a ground up restoration. You know, so yeah, you're right, Peter. It when I looked at it, when I first saw it inside the guy's shed, I thought, oh yeah, I'll have this thing going in, you know, a short period of time. And here we are, what, 5-6 years later. And of course, in the meantime, we've built a new shed. I've broken me 2 years ago. I've broken almost 3 years ago, 2.5 years ago now. I broke me right ankle, so I was off for 4 months there. I didn't do anything. So, yeah. But anyway, it's been a struggle at times, I must admit. A bit frustrating. Even though I have a background in, heritage equipment and this sort of thing, when you take on your own project, you just never know what you're going to find, and the challenges put ahead of you. And that has been, but I got to thank my work, because they've been very helpful. The tilt tray that I brought it home with, that belonged to work, so that cost me nothing. The sandblasting I'm getting done is all done through my work, so that costs me nothing. It's just my time of dropping it off and picking it up. There's a lot of stuff I've done myself. Yes, there's some people that have helped me out with parts, especially another guy in Melbourne who's got the sister engine to this one, or the cousin, however you want to look at it. I've been really, really fortunate, and just people in general. I mean, I've hit Jamie up for information about different parts of it over the time. He's been very helpful, and in return, I've helped Jamie out with some information as well. There's a few people in the UK I've helped. I've never seen them, haven't met them in person. I probably never will, but it's just one of those journeys that you go along. So yeah, and we're getting to a point. I've got some more boiler work to do to get this thing to a stage where I can put the tubes in it and start sealing it up, so we can start doing pressure testing and all that sort of stuff. But when most of you know that I work a full-time job and I'm on the road like 10 hours a day, almost 10 hours a day. My normal truck's off the road, so I'm in another truck. It's got no air conditioning. It doesn't carry as much fuel. So I'm really run off my feet at the moment. So the lack of progress, and it shows with the lack of progress on the roller. Plus, we're still doing work in my wife's craft room. We're doing the tiling. That's probably something we shouldn't have done in hindsight. One of those lessons in life that you learned, that maybe you shouldn't have taken on the job of tiling, because it's just too big of a job. It really is. But anyway, it is what it is. So on that note, I think I'm going to wrap it up. I'd just like to thank everyone for watching, subscribing, liking, and taking the time to talk to me, and tuning in each week, and also watching the videos that I upload to YouTube. I've uploaded a couple recently, and I probably might not get around to doing it anymore for a little bit, maybe another week or so, until I start working on something. It's slow progress at times, that's for sure, but we'll keep getting along. In saying that, there's a bunch of parts that that I've got on the shelf. I've got a shelf of parts, and I've got a cupboard full of parts. And in the cupboard full of parts is stuff that's virtually ready to get bolt back on. So when I do get time to, when we start putting it back together, the reassembly is going to go pretty quickly. But anyway, that's a bit further down the track. Hopefully by June, we can start doing some more serious work in terms of putting things back on and getting, getting the roller starting to look like it should. But anyway, thanks everyone. I've rattled on enough. Appreciate you coming in and watching. Take care of yourselves, look after each other. And I'll just say, we'll stop sharing and we'll say bye for now. Whistle time.